Hello there once again. This is Earl Bryant coming at you from the New York City suburbs of Long Island, and it's time again for Pearls from Earl. It's my stated mission to educate, to edify, and to encourage excellence in every area of your life. Today's Pearl is simply called The Best Lesson I Ever Learned in College. 3 simple words. When I started college, I was a wreck. I was a nervous wreck. I was stressed out. I found myself running around from class to class, basically in a panic, because I felt like I had the weight of the whole world, and if not the whole family, on my shoulders. I felt like I couldn't afford to fail. I couldn't afford to slip up. I couldn't make any mistakes. I had the feeling that every single class I ever took was the most important class I'd ever taken in college, and I could not afford to mess it up. Now, it didn't help matters that I had some professors who actually gave us that impression that their course was the most important course that I'd ever take sitting on a college campus, even more important than my major, and even if the course was something as relatively insignificant as basket weaving. I was an accounting major, but I had to take courses like English, math, philosophy, astronomy, geology, and yes, they were part of their core curriculum regarding electives, but they weren't really business related, which had carried greater weight. But the impression that I got was that every single course was important all of the time, and I couldn't afford to let anything slip. So basically, I was walking around with a ton of pressure on my shoulders that felt like a 27-ton safe all the time. And I was in a panic, and I was overwhelmed because I was trying to do everything at the same time all at once, and I got myself so turned around I didn't know which way was up. And I'd reached the point, not quite the breaking point, but I reached a point where I got to a state that Les Brown called running as hard as you can just to stand still. Well, I took a hint and I said, look, wait a minute. And this is in the middle of my freshman year. I had to sit down and have a heart-to-heart talk with myself. Take a deep breath, pull back, relax, and start to focus. And I asked myself some very simple questions. The first question I asked was, well, who's in college here? Obviously, it was me. Whose degree program is this? It was mine. Who's responsible for going to the classes? I was. When all of this is over and it's time for commencement, who's going to walk across the stage? Me. When they hand you your degree, that cherished piece of paper that you're looking for, whose name is going to be on it? Again, it was mine. And the most important question of all was this: who gets to decide during this journey what is really important? And it dawned on me. The answer was me. So, with this realization in mind, I had to take a good, serious look at my core curriculum, at my degree program, and I had to realize which courses carried the greatest weight, which ones didn't quite carry the same weight, and I had to learn 3 simple words. Schedule your priorities. And let me repeat for emphasis, schedule your priorities. Because if you don't schedule your priorities, someone else is going to schedule them for you, and someone else is going to decide for you what they think should be important for you and your life. I had to learn that lesson on campus, and I had to begin to look at my courses and look at my semester in terms of how many courses I was taking, which one was the most important, and at the time I was taking no more than 5 courses in a single semester. But I had to decide which of those 5 courses had the greatest weight and the most importance, and work it down from there, from highest to lowest in terms of priority and in terms of importance. And each day when I went to work on my particular course for that day, I had to decide which course was important, and then the next one, and then the next one, and work it down, because I didn't take all 5 courses every single day. They were spread out throughout the week. So each particular day, I had a different set of priorities, and I had to decide which one was most important that day. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it was simple to do and it was a snap of the fingers and everything instantly materialized and everything just became important, or it revealed itself to me as to what was more important than what and when. It was a process I had to work through. It was a little bit awkward at first. I was unsure of myself, and it took some time to make this thing work. But gradually, as I stayed with it and as I applied myself, I began to take the pressure off, and I began to understand how to set my priorities and find out which ones were the most important things to do that day. Focus on only that one thing at a time and not let myself look to the left or the right and get distracted and think about something else and say, maybe you should be doing this and maybe you should be doing that. I said, right now, this is what you have to do. Take care of this right now. Everything else will take care of itself once you finish this. So as I completed one task, the most important one, accomplished it, got some momentum and got some confidence. I took that momentum and confidence and worked on to the next task, and from there to the next task and on to the next. And I had to do that step by step, day by day, week by week, month by month, even semester by semester, until I finally got to the point where I could walk across the stage, shake hands with the faculty and the administrators, get my degree, which had my name on it, just as I had expected. But I had to set my priorities. And I took that lesson with me into the real world, because in the real world, you're going to have people who are coming at you from all directions, trying to tell you what they think is important for you and your life at that given moment. And a bunch of them are going to come at you at once, like a 3D movie. And like my economics professor said, you're going to get to the point where you feel like you're drinking water out of a fire hydrant at full blast if you're not careful. And I had to take that same lesson and apply it in the real world and say, look, I understand that these people think that this is important right now and they want me to jump on what they want me to jump on right now, but it's still my call to make. It's my decision. I have to decide what's important for me at this given moment. Not what's important for them, what's important for me. And I'll take care of this right now and then move on to something else and move on to something else. And if they get upset about it and they're disappointed about it and they don't think that's the right decision, well, that's fine. But I have to do what's best for me, not what's best for them. I will get to them when I get to them, but right now, this is what I have to do. Everybody else has to, as they say, take a number, get in line, I'll get to you when I get to you. Right now, I got to take care of this first. And I'm telling you, it has served me well. And when I get tempted to get overwhelmed, I have to pull back, sit down, look at what I have to do, and schedule my priorities. And I'm telling you, if you ever get into a situation where you feel like that, where you got to do everything all at once, sit down, take a breath, pull back for a minute, look at whatever you have to do, decide what is most important at that moment in time, and work on that one thing at that one moment. Work on that until you get it done, and don't let people pull on you from all directions, trying to get you off of your focus and distract you away from what you're working on. Do that one thing at a time. Set your priorities, accomplish things one at a time, build some momentum for the next task, and you will be amazed to find out just how much you get accomplished and the sense of pride along the accomplishment and the momentum that you build, and you become productive and you'll eventually become successful. That is today's Pearl from Earl. It has served me well over the years. I hope that you get some value out of it, and if you have, if you're on Facebook, give me a like. If you're on YouTube, give me a thumbs up, and wherever you're watching this, don't be stingy and don't be shy. Share the wealth. Share this information with people that you know, that you believe will be blessed from hearing this and seeing this just as you have. This is one of the lessons that I have learned that's been reinforced by a community of people that I have come to appreciate in the past several months. They have shown me how to be my best self, both personally and professionally, by reinforcing and teaching me lessons just like this and helping me to put them into practice. If you believe that these people can help you just as much as they've helped me, if you're on YouTube, click on the link that I've included below this video. If you're on Facebook or any other medium, indicate your interest in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and I'll show you how to get in touch with them. And you can take advantage of what they have to offer, a 10-day test drive, risk-free, for only $10. You can take a look at it, go through the paces, and see if it's something that you believe can be beneficial to you. And if you find out it's not your cup of tea, well, that's okay. You can ask for a refund and they'll give it to you, no questions asked. Again, it has been my privilege and my honor to share this pearl with you that I've learned from my many years. And I hope that you get some value out of it and you're willing to share it with others. And until the next time when we gather around for another Pearl from Earl, and I hope to see you right back out there, you make it a great day and you take care. Bye for now.